Growing up in small-town Texas, Joe Bill Watkins loved playing sports. A year-round athlete, Joe Bill won much recognition in high school for his talents. Once a student at the University of Texas, Joe Bill continued to participate heavily in intramural sports, but fell into some questionable company. Under the influence of Sam Sparks, Richard Keaton, and John Murchison, Joe Bill pledged fraternity Delta Tau Delta, and as a result, majored in fraternity, intramural sports, Texas Cowboys, student government, and Plan 2. Basically in that order. In 1969, after law school at UT, Joe Bill joined Vinson, Elkins, Searles, and Connolly in Houston doing corporate work. At that time, Texas government was experiencing a major scandal. What became known as Sharpstown implicated nearly 24 sitting and former state officials in a stock fraud scandal. As a result, voters were fed up with the status quo and ousted nearly all incumbents. Included among the new statewide office holders was Attorney General John Hill, with Joe Bill as his executive assistant. In that position, Joe Bill helped to hire a new generation of assistant AGs and worked to open the state's first regional AG offices. It was an exciting time in Texas government. The public was ready for a change, and the new and mostly young elected officials and staff welcomed the opportunity to make a difference. The new legislature passed the Open Meetings and Open Records Acts, as well as the Consumer Protection Act, which Joe Bill was instrumental in. Among the many friends Joe Bill made during this time were the new Secretary of State Mark White and a news reporter Dee Dee, who became his life partner. After returning to the Houston office of Vinson and Elkins, Joe Bill started doing general business work and soon became a partner. In late 1984, Governor Mark White asked Joe Bill to move to Austin and help his campaign for re-election. Joe Bill moved to the V&E Austin office and spent a lot of time raising money for White's campaign, but alas, Bill Clements won. Joe Bill stayed in the Austin office and soon became the firm's head lobbyist. From 1987 until his retirement last year, Joe Bill represented clients such as the Textbook Industries Association, Time Warner, Texas Children's Hospital, and Boone Pickens. He was often ranked as one of the state's most effective lobbyists. One list described Joe Bill as small-town charm, big city sophistication. In addition to his law practice, Joe Bill has also served as president of the Ronald McDonald House and has raised money for many local causes and political campaigns, including scholarships for some of the almost 1,000 students who work at UT Rec Sports. He is also active with the Llano High School Hall of Fame and its scholarship program. Someone with such an impressive resume recognizes that success isn't possible in a vacuum. In appreciation of the people who guided him, Joe Bill offers expertise and direction to young lawyers. Dia Campos, Director of Public Affairs for HEB, says, Joe Bill strongly believes in growing the leadership capacity of the next generation. He continues to be a great mentor to many, and his ethical leadership style influenced who I am today. Terry Tottenham, President-elect of the State Bar of Texas, sums it up best. Joe Bill is a total package. Intelligent, personable, and bleeds orange. He is a great example of a small-town boy who succeeded in the bigs.